Good morning, everybody. So today's the day I finally get to start sorting this mess out. Yay. So I have finally finished all my sewing for the year. The last orders are packaged up and ready to go to the post office. It's Christmas Eve, by the way. So husband's out at work. Technically today is still a work day for me, so yeah, I'm gonna not do any sewing, but I'm gonna do some sorting out and kind of behind the scenes business stuff to get my studio all ready and nice and shiny for the new year. So the plan is, the first job is basically just have a good tidy up. I've got all down here is my sewing machine's kind of workbench, needs to get tidy up, had a good dust. Obviously you get all the little bits of fluff and the fibres that get kind of sort of brushed into the corners, so that needs a good tidy down. Then generally a good sweep up on the floor, hoover up on the floor. I'm going to put the ironing board and the iron away just because I don't need it at the moment, so it can go out of the way. And then I'm going to start working on the far end of the room. And the idea is that the pan cutting table that you can see there is on wheels, so I'm going to pull that forward up to here, and that'll give me a load of space up that end of the room that I can then start sorting out that. So wish me luck. I'm going to put this on a little bit of a time lapse so you can see what I'm doing, because you know, you want to watch me hoovering and tidying on Christmas Eve. You crazy people. Yeah, I'm going to stick some Christmas tunes on, which you won't be able to hear because I can't obviously play them on this channel, but yeah, I'm going to put some Christmas tunes on and just start blitzing this room, see how far I get. It's a big job, so I'm just, yeah, going to do it a bit at a time. I'll say there's no rush, it's not got to all be done today, but I'd like, if I can get to the point where I can start clearing out that end of the room this afternoon, I will be very happy. So yeah, let's go. The things you find when you're tidying stuff up. This collection of little postcards was actually sent to me by a lady on Instagram. It's, if you know her account, it's Faces and Style. I don't know her personally, but I followed her account, and every year she does the, I can't remember the name of the challenge, but she does a challenge in the autumn where every day of the month you try and put up a post relative to a particular theme, and then throughout the month she also runs competitions as well, and I actually came runners up in one of her challenges, and she sent me this set of wonderful postcards from France, including a leaflet for the National Shoe Museum in France, in Paris, and I am back in Paris in 2020 for a little break, so who knows, maybe I'll go and give it a look. Oh, it's so pretty. I love Paris. If you ever get the chance to go to Paris, seriously do. I mean, I love that late 1800s era anyway, and there's something about that era in France, the artist era, you know, I just love it. All the Art Nouveau, it's just stunning. Anyway, This is an example of what not to do when you're trying to tidy up, is get distracted by stuff. So I'm going to put those away. You want to see something a little bit odd? This newspaper cutting, it's from the very first wedding that I ever worked on when I set the business up. It was a really lovely couple, but a lot of their family were from Nigeria, as well as other countries around the world. But they had 900 guests, can you imagine? And the only Church of England venue that could hold them all was Lincoln Cathedral, which is why it made the made the papers. But yeah, I actually made the 10 bridesmaid dresses, the 4 flower girls, and I provided the fabric to create the cravats for the groomsmen as well. Fortunately, you can't see any of the dresses in any of these pictures, but they were all in this gorgeous teal colour, because that was the family colour of the bride, and it was stunning. I wish I could have been there, but yeah, an interesting little thing that I kept for myself. Okay, so as you can see, I have cleared everything off the top of those units, apart from the printer, which I'll get my husband to help with later because it's very heavy and I don't want to damage it or break it. Pesky, what are you doing? Hello? Is that you helping? I don't think you are. Right, yeah, so, but now I've cleared everything off the top, you can kind of see what we're dealing with here, what kind of state this is in. This is like literally held together with screws. The back panel has all come off because all the folders that are in the cupboards underneath have just there's so much in there that it's just pushed the back off. You can see the door is kind of broken, and then this chest of drawers is also broken. The fronts are coming off. I mean, this is very old furniture. I think this chest of drawers actually came from my husband's house when we moved in together. It's from his old bedroom at home, and this was from our first house together when we first moved in together. We used to have it in our living room because it was just a cheap piece of furniture that was all we could afford at the time. So that's going to be my next task. Probably this afternoon. I'm probably going to break for lunch actually now, because I've got on really well this morning, tidying up and got this far. So I'm going to sort through these cupboards and drawers this afternoon, I think. So yeah, that's my next task. Hey, look at this! The things you find stashed away in cupboards. It's my rough draft from my dissertation. It might be my actual dissertation, and that might be the rough draft. And a lot of my research notes. Look! not even sure what this... Well, my dissertation was about Dark Age costume, Anglo-Saxon through to... Yeah, I really didn't like doing my dissertation. But look, the official paperwork for it there. Wow. Well, that just shows what's in this cupboard because, yeah, my dissertation is from, well, I graduated in 2006, so this must be from 2005 or a bit before. Oh my goodness me, we're going to find some stuff in here. Yes, this is actually my proposal for my dissertation, not my actual dissertation itself. So this was done the year before my final year at uni. We had to kind of do a preparation and research. Yeah. So it's quite interesting actually just glancing through it of what I was going to do, what I was going to research. It's quite in-depth. And then I had to keep a diary of how I was conducting my research, basically just to prove that I was actually doing stuff for it, I suppose. Yeah, it's really interesting. And then look, Regia Anglorum, that was my first reenactment group that I joined back when I was 16, and that's where I met my husband. Yeah, and so we've been together since then. I'm going back a while. Oh dear, well this is getting really distracting. But then, what do I actually do with this? Do I keep this? I mean, I don't know. I mean, I haven't looked at it in years. I'll probably, if I keep it, I'm probably going to stick it in a cupboard and I'll get it out again the next time I have a workroom tidy up and go, oh look, it's my dissertation from 20 years ago rather than 15 years ago or 30 years ago. Oh, maybe I should do this like, is it Marie Kondo style? Does this bring me joy? See, and that's the weird thing, it kind of has, because it was kind of nice to look at it and go, well, yeah, I did this and I remember doing that and it's part of my life, but do I really need to keep it? Oh, here's some more blasts from the past for you. This was Bridal Buy magazine is a trade magazine in the bridal industry, but they used to run a competition for the universities, and my university was one of the ones that entered or encouraged the students to enter, and this is the issue. Right, sorry. Here it is. So these are all the entrants from various colleges and universities. And look, there's me. Oh, look at that. Even back then, I had my little historical head on. I was obsessed with Regency when I was this kind of age, and yeah, this actually influenced my my own wedding dress in the end. Not quite like this, but yeah, had a Regency style to it. So today we're going to put the new shelving units together. The reason we're going to do this today is because my hubby is off work today, and he's back at work tomorrow, and I can't move forward with the tidying up and reorganising all the fabric until the new shelves are in place. So we said, well, we'll do it today. It won't take us too long, hopefully. We just need to move this old furniture out of the way, make a little bit more space up that end of the room, and then we can bring the boxes in and start putting the shelving together. So yeah, let's see how we get on, shall we? Go! It's not a race. Safety first. We shall make sure that the shelving unit is fully secured to the wall. Following the instructions and everything. Okay, I am 2 hours into organising my fabric. I found more fabric. Why? Why do I have so much fabric? It's ridiculous. Okay everybody, so it's New Year's Eve. It's officially a week since I started doing this project, and I think I am about done, finished. Still a few little tiny bits that just need to be put away, just need to have a new home planned for them, or some bits and pieces are going to be sent on to other people that can make use of them that I can't. But yeah, so I'm just going to give you a quick once round of the finished room. All the new fabric storage over there, coming around, so I've still got, yeah, this is my button box on the table here that still needs to be gone through and sorted, and there's still some pictures that need framing. I can't wait to finally get this framed and go up on the wall. And around my camera lighting tripod over there. And then this corner is, she says, is now completely clear. So there's one last box of paperwork that I just need to go through and sort out. Some of it's old business paperwork that can be got rid of. It's longer than the... Yeah, so the mannequins will hopefully now live in that corner, and I'm also hoping that it means I can easily move those out of the way if I want to do videos or photo shoots. I can film towards that corner. The light's not too bad at the moment, but it's obviously shooting towards the window is probably not the best idea, but it's the best place I've got at the moment, and I can always invest in a blind or something that can be pulled down to help diffuse the light a little bit over there. That might be something to do. The window is now nice and clear of all the rubbish. Lovely photo of me and hubby on the window. And then coming around to the desk over here, which hasn't really changed. I've just given it a good tidy up. I've finally got my boards, these mounted to the walls, so I've got bits and pieces hanging on there, machines all there. Had a good tidy up of the ribbons and tidied up the shelf that had a lot of mess and dust and horribleness on it, so yeah, that's all been cleaned. Okay, and then the last few bits that just need to go away over there. And coming back round to this corner. So at the moment I'm experimenting with having my pattern cutting table this way around in the room. I normally have it the other way and a bit more further up into the corner and sort of up against the wall, but I'm just going to experiment and see how I get on with it like this, whether it works or whether it just, can we go back to where it was? I'm not sure yet. And yeah, so I've now got a filing cabinet that was over the other side of the room is now over here behind the door, out of the way. Still got hanging storage up here for in progress and completed outfits. The printer is now all on its little shelf up here. Oh, I haven't put that book away. Oh, my pretty. This book is amazing. I love it. It's so pretty. That can go there because it's a very special. So yeah, so I've now got all my costuming and fashion books up here as well. So they've come out of the bookcases in our living room in the lounge, and that just means they're just all on hand and easy for me to get them. I don't have to go downstairs every time I want to check something or look up a little detail, things like that. So that's just nice. I will do a proper room tour at some point, and I probably will go through some of my favourite sort of pieces in a bit more detail. All my books that I use most regularly, so my pattern cutting kind of Bibles are there. I've got my Patterns of Fashion book. I only have one, sad times. And these are just some of the really big books that won't fit in the shelves underneath. And then all my fabrics here, my pretty posters are back up on the wall, and I've also put my my headdress and my wig and some of my favourite little steampunk hats. But the headdress and the wig is from my Victorian fairy tale Little Mermaid outfit, so I thought that would be really nice just on display up there in the corner of the room. And then background to where we were. So yeah, I'm not going to appear on camera because it's New Year's Eve and I have got my hair in Kallax, and well, you might see some clips of it in some of the other footage where I'm kind of moving about around the room. But yeah, I'm kind of have my hair in Kallax, so I'm not going to appear on camera, at least not close up anyway, because it's really not a pretty sight. I've now got to go and do my little brush out which I'm still learning a lot about, but that's a whole other story. So yeah, I hope you found it really interesting following along, seeing how how the progress went with doing my little room up. Yeah, it definitely turned into a much bigger task than I anticipated. I kind of envisioned it was just going to be, you know, sorting through the shelves and moving all my fabric up to the other end of the room, but it didn't quite. It just seemed there was so much fabric, and then when you start sorting through things and you find other things, and then just tidying up in general, and you just suddenly realise that you really need to do a major sort out, and if you don't do it now, it's not going to get done probably, you know, next year. You know, next Christmas is probably the next chance I get to do this again. So yeah, so I'm hoping that this is all nice and spick and span and ready to go. As I say, I will do a full sewing room tour at some point after this, and go into a little bit more details of things as well. So if you've got any questions of anything that you can see in the video that you'd like some more information on, be sure to pop me a comment in the box in the comments below, and I will do my best to answer any questions and show you things. But yeah, I will do a full room tour of all the little nooks and crannies and things I've got tucked away at some point in the not too distant future, because I'd like to get it done, so it follows on nicely with this video, and you can see the finished article close up. But yeah, so for now I'm going to sign off and go and start getting ready for my New Year's Eve shenanigans, and yeah. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Please do give it a like and a thumbs up, and follow me for more sewing videos. See you soon. Bye.